Hi everyone, it's your Buhay Mother Monica, and I hope you're having a great day. Well, today I'm so excited to show you what I'll be doing today, which is I'll be converting my raised bed garden into a succulent garden. I don't know about you guys, but with me I have so many pots, potted succulents just lying around. I have them in shelves and all, but it's looking a little bit messy for me. And so what I'm planning is putting whatever I can fit of my succulents in my raised bed garden, and with that as well, I'm hoping that they will grow bigger for me, because that's what they say. If you put them in ground, they will grow bigger because they're no longer contained. So I'll show you around. So that's the raised bed garden that I've already cleared, and before there was a rosemary over there, and what else were there, and lemongrass. There was a big bush of lemongrass there. So this was the rosemary that I've taken out from that raised bed. I will put it back again because this rosemary plant is drought tolerant, so they do have similar water requirement of the succulent, and I do like it close to my doorway, or close to my dirty kitchen, because I do love using these, especially for barbecue or for stir fries, roasting vegetables. It gives you the amazing taste. And these are the borders that I'll be putting on that raised bed. I want to create a two-tier raised bed, just to maximize the space. So these are some of my succulents, and it's on a DIY shelving, and I'm gonna get rid of that. And this is from the other side. There, those are the succulents that I want to move. I just want it a little bit higher, so this one here, I'll be putting, I will make it into a two-tier terrace. That's why I've got the border over here. There you go. And then over there. And those borders there, I got it from Bunnings. And it's a lightweight block. And this area here does get morning sun. It's a great place for succulent. Let's get started with the raised bed. And this big plant over here, or big bush, is called holy basil or tulsi, and it's got a lot of medicinal properties. And I use it for tea. If you want to know about the benefits, just look it up on the internet. There's so many out there, and it's better to do your own research than going by my word, because I'm not that familiar with this plant. I just use it sometimes for cooking and as well as for tea. Even though it kind of breaks my heart to cut it down, because of the bees do love these, because it's got a lot of flowers. But I have to cut it down. It's just so big and I need to make space. So this is after all that pruning of the holy basil. So I've left this overnight, actually 24 hours, for the cement to dry up, and it is now okay to work on. And what I have here are loose tiles that my neighbor was just throwing out, so I'm gonna use that to create a two-tier terrace for this raised bed. And I have a bag of cow manure and as well as potting mix, and what I'll be doing is I will be layering that in this raised bed garden, because my intention is to grow bigger succulents, or for them to produce more pups. I'm hoping anyway. This is just a test raised bed. I've never done this before. You need to refrain from putting a lot of nutrients to decrease the growth rate of your succulents. With me, I want more succulents and bigger succulents, so I'm putting more food for them, which is cow manure, and basically enriching the soil. Okay, so let's start with the borders. If you would like to learn how to arrange succulents, or you're getting stuck like I was, please check out my video. It's under the succulent playlist. The title is How to Make Beautiful Succulent Arrangement with Succulent Cravings. In that video, Kuya Vic showed the basic composition he follows for his arrangements, and he really breaks it down, making it easier for us to understand. I always follow his guides like with this garden, and it works so well for me. Also, please check out and subscribe to his channel if you haven't yet, as he makes stunning arrangements. Oh, also, with this pot, I've just watered it so that it's easier for me to take out the plant. A while ago, the soil was dry. It was so hard to take it out. And I've got this plastic matting. It's less messier when I'm working with soil. Hi everyone, I finally finished my succulent garden, and I'm so excited to show it to you. It actually took me a couple of days because I had to wait for the cement to dry up for several hours, and as well as I can only do this while my kids were napping, and as well as when my husband comes home from work. But let me show you what I've done. Okay, come on. How I organized this succulent arrangement was, I started with a wave pattern, and with that wave pattern, I've broken it into 5 points, and those 5 points I've set it as my focus points. So how I did that was, I've pretty much grouped it with colors, with the same colors, or with with big succulents. Say, starting with the first point, which is the flapjack, blue metal echeveria, the starburst, and campfire. You can see it goes from darker to lighter shade, and that's my first thriller. And around that, I've just pretty much put fillers around it, just to contrasting fillers to make it stand out. And the next point is this agave as well. Actually, I can't remember. Yep, this agave. So pretty much our eyes leads us from the first tier to the second tier, which is our agave, and as well as, look, these colors here, the campfire, and as well as, the starburst and starburst, they're all connecting each other. And if we go up to the second tier again, we have this red echeveria. I don't know what it is, and it pretty much follows a wave pattern. As you can see there, I've got that, I think that's a kalanchoe maybe. It's got that pink shade, and as well as this lipstick, which I'm still waiting for the red tip to turn red. And if we go down, next to it is the Christmas aloe, campfire, flapjack, and they're all, it's a thriller as well. And we have, going down, is our beautiful dragon toes agave. And this is my favorite. Actually, it's got this beautiful rosette. And as we go down, as we keep going, we have more succulents that are just connecting with each other. Just like the wood here, the different shapes, colors, and textures of these cuttings just makes it look so sweet. To me, when you look at it closely, it's like an arrangement of its own. Looking from it from afar, it's still part of a big arrangement. I've also used pots, rocks, and wood. Pretty much anything that looks good to you. And with these items, it gives your eyes a break from all these succulents, and it doesn't overwhelm our eyes. And look at that, I think it's looking good. My soil here is well draining. I've added sand, perlite, cow manure to the potting mix I've used, as I wanted my succulents to grow bigger. And I'm hoping in a couple of months these plants will grow big and I'll be able to put it elsewhere. This succulent garden is actually my propagation area. And as you can see, going here, I've left this spot empty as I will move my silver dollar there. In terms of watering, I water this with a seaweed liquid fertilizer. This is what I've used, which is a seasol brand. You can just get this from any garden nursery, and you can also use any seaweed solution. And as you can see, it stimulates root development, increases resistance to heat, drought, frost, pests, and disease, promotes health, growth in all plants, enhances flowering and fruiting. It's winter here in Sydney, Australia, and it just rained last night. And it's also forecasted to rain during the weekend, so I won't be watering this again in the next 2 to 3 weeks. If there's no rain, I'll be watering it every 2 weeks because it's winter here. And when it's summer, I'll be watering it once a week, depending on how hot it is. I got this bag of used ground coffee from my local cafe, and I use this for my vegetables and herbs and for my young seedlings. And pretty much what I do is I scatter it around, and it stops the snails from coming to my veggies and herbs. Because there. And so with that, I'm using it now on my succulents. So pretty much I go around that, I tuck it in under the succulents or wherever I can using a spoon, or I've made sure at the back there's plenty of coffee grounds. So anywhere you can tuck it in, or you think that the snails or slugs will enter, try to put coffee grounds there. You can also use really crushed eggshells to start as an alternative, but for me the coffee ground looks better. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and learned something from it, and if you haven't yet, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit all for the notification bell so that any uploads of mine you'll be notified straight away. So thank you very much and have a great day. See you next time.